evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Broken Arrow High School at Tiger Park for this afternoon's varsity baseball matchup. This afternoon, your Broken Arrow Tigers will host the visiting team, the Owasso Rams. Let's meet our starting lineup, starting with the Rams. Leading off playing shortstop, number 1, Easton Haley. At first base, number 17, Cooper Rinaldo. Behind the plate for the Rams, number 16, Joey Grable. In right field, number 10, Colby Wyman. The DH, number 6, Benji Bauer. In left field, number 8, Chris Zafaris. At third base, number 14, Eli Insbrenner. At second base, number 11, Drew King. Center fielder, number 15, Bryson Francis. On the mound for the Rams, number 20, Nick Kelly. And now let's meet your Broken Arrow Tigers. Playing center field, number 18, Jasper Reed. At second base, number 1, Jaden Devine. Behind the plate for the Tigers, number 13, Luke Franks. At shortstop, number 7, Jacob Lopez. Playing right field, number 17, Alexis Monasterio. At first base, number 8, Brody Tedesco. Playing left field, number 16, Jack Gardner. The designated hitter, number 24, Jackson Skipper. At third base, number 2, Jaden Sharp. On the buck today for the Tigers, number 5, Jax Gibson. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your caps. Join us in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem.
Northeast and Southeast Tulsa rivals are about to lock horns and claw here at Tiger Park. And we have all the coverage for you live here on ArrowVision. I'm Dylan Rivera. Alongside me tonight will be Dr. Dustin Smith. He's a little bit late. He's got some executive AD duties to handle first. But the first pitch now just moments away between Broken Arrow and Owasso. These two teams, of course, have a storied rivalry in every sport, but of course in baseball, Owasso has always kind of been top dog in the state. This year they're off to a little bit of a rough start on paper. 15-12 record, 5-4 in district play. They're number 4 in District 3 right now. Broken Arrow, on the other hand, off to a flying start. 16-4 overall, 7-1 in district play, and they are number 2 in District 3. Starting tonight for the Tigers, on the mound is Jax Gibson, number 5, and he's not usually the one that gets the start on day 2. But Jaden Bedford dealing with some illness. He's going to be used more as a bridge pitcher here tonight. Jax Gibson gets the start here on this Tuesday afternoon. As far as the rest of the lineup goes, he'll be pitching to Luke Franks, who'll be behind the plate. He wears number 13. At first base, number 8, Brody Tedesco. At second base is number 1, Javen Devine. At third base, number 2, Jaden Sharp. Shortstop, Jacob Lopez, number 7. In left field, it's number 16, Jack Gardner. In center field is number 18, Jasper Reed. And in right field, number 17, Alexis Monasterio. The designated hitter is number 24, Jackson Skipper. Leadoff hitter for the Owasso Rams is number 1, Easton Haley. First pitch is a strike thrown by Jax Gibson. Gibson's getting just his 5th start here on the season. 27 innings pitched. It's a win-loss record of 2-1. 16 hits, 8 runs, 4 earned runs. Walked 8 batters. He has 22 strikeouts on the season. Another strike thrown, and it's a 2-2 count now. Pitch tried to curl back in over the inside of the plate. Umpire didn't like it. It's a 3-2 count. Now back behind the plate. Great day for baseball if you started early enough. And the Tigers and Rams come to the decision to move this game up from a 6 p.m. start to a 4 p.m. start. Make sure they get all 7 innings in before the expected severe weather rolls through Tulsa. Strikeout thrown by Gibson in the first at-bat.
Next up for the Rams, first baseman number 17, Cooper Rinaldo.
This is Cooper Rinaldo, number 17 for Owasso, the first baseman for the Rams. Temperature's not too bad out there. Right now listed at 82 degrees, but I would argue it's a little bit cooler than that, somewhere in the mid to high 70s. Nice breeze going as well. Cloud cover means not too much sun beating down on you. Winds are coming back toward the plate. They're headed in. So a little bit more of a challenge hitting here tonight as opposed to last night when the winds were headed out, giving the ball an extra push. This one's shot straight up the middle. Lopez scoops it and tosses it to first base for the out.
Now hitting for the Rams, the catcher, number 16, Joey Grable.
Joey Grable now at the plate for Owasso. Number 16, he's the catcher tonight. Two outs already facing the Rams. Foul ball on the first pitch of the at-bat. These two squads went after it yesterday in the first game of this district clash. Broken Arrow able to get the 11-4 win over the Rams. Just the 5th time this season that an Oklahoma school has held Owasso to 4 or fewer runs. It's the first win for Broken Arrow over Owasso since April 27th of 2023. Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout for Gibson. 3 up, 3 down. The Tigers will come out on offense here in a moment, live on ArrowVision. So Jax Gibson gets the Tigers started with a scoreless first half inning. And now Nick Kelly on the bump for the Rams has to respond and see if he can match that effort. Leadoff hitter for the Tigers is Jasper Reed. Reed yesterday had a phenomenal outing, went 3 of 4 at the plate. Had a grand slam, got 4 runs brought home for the Tigers, and he also pitched 2 scoreless innings. Had to have been the MVP of the night on Monday. Also got a homer from Luke Franks and one from Jaden Sharp as well to add to the scoring tally. Hopefully tonight the Tigers can find that same energy for the BA fans that have made their way out here, and for the BA fans that are also tuned in at home live here on ArrowVision. Rams are rocking their gray uniforms with the red trim, Broken Arrow in their all whites with black trim. Starting defense for the Rams behind the plate is number 16, Joey Grable. I mentioned Nick Kelly, the pitcher. At first base is Cooper Rinaldo, number 17. Second base, number 11, Drew King. Third base, Eli Ensbrenner, number 14. Shortstop is number 1, Easton Haley. In left field, Chris Zafaris, number 8. Center field, Bryson Francis, number 15. In right field, number 10, Colby Whiteman. Designated hitter, number 6, Benji Bauer.
Center fielder, number 18, Jasper Reed.
Season, Jasper Reed has a .380 batting average. On-base percentage at .529. Outside pitch. It's 1-1. Reed gets a knockout to the right side. It's going to have to drop down fair. It goes just beyond the line. So he will take his walk back to the plate. That couldn't have been fouled by more than a yard or two. It's a 1-2 count. This one goes straight up the middle. A great hit for Reed. It curls down right into right center field. And a single for number 18. Great way to get the game started. Never felt like he was rushed in that at-bat. Was always calm, cool, collected. Saw that one all the way through. Now Javen Devine, the second baseman. Second up in the order. Things have finally started to calm down on the shoulder of the right field wall. The track just in the distance was hosting a meet out there, and it was busy when you pulled up. And now it looks like most of the teams have started to find their way to the buses. Phenomenal facilities out here in Broken Arrow. You got the softball field, tennis, baseball, and track all right up against each other. Trying to steal second. Devine slides in, and he's out. Great play by Grable to get the throw there in time. So it's one out up on the board now with Javen Devine down, actually up in the count, 2-1. Plenty ahead here. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Chopper down the left field line. Goes foul. The 3-2 pitch is hit straight to third base, and the out at first makes it 2 outs already here as Luke Franks now comes to the plate.
Next up for the Tigers, catcher number 13, Luke Franks.
Pitch was way inside, nearly caught the left elbow of Franks. 1 ball, no strikes. Franks back into the batter's box. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled toward the Tiger dugout. This one will stay fair. It goes right at the shortstop, and he can't make the play. Franks will pick up a single.
Next up for the Tigers, shortstop number 7, Jacob Lopez.
This is the shortstop, J-Lo. Jacob Lopez at the plate now. Batting average at .281. They'll make a change at first for the courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner on first, Connor Keach.
Connor Keach taking the place of Luke Franks. Lopez .281 batting average. On base percentage at .365, and Keach gets 1 free bag. One-oh count. Here's the pitch. Low and away. Broken Arrow right now riding a 5-game win streak. They've outscored opponents 39-10 during that streak. Looking to make it 6 games here this evening. Nice job by Graybill trying to frame that one in, but to no avail. 3-0 count. That one goes in the dirt, and Lopez will go to first.
Next up for the Tigers, right fielder number 17, Alexis Monasterio.
Now Alexis Monasterio at the plate. Pitch is way inside. Nick Kelly's going to have to find the strike zone again. That one's fouled back toward the parking lot. One ball, one strike. Monasterio dips down to get to this one, and it twists off foul. Now a 1-2 count in front of Monasterio. Runners on first and second. Great pitch thrown by Kelly. Monasterio watches it go by. And the bottom of the first closes out there. Coach Dobson looking at Monasterio on his way back and saying he felt the pitch was a little bit high. But nonetheless, a scoreless first inning. We go to the top of the second here in just a few moments, live on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Back at Tiger Park, Dylan Rivera shortly to be joined by Dr. Dustin Smith. He's making his way up the stairs. A couple of big wins for the Lady Tigers next door at the softball park yesterday. They were able to beat Skiatook 22-0, and again 13-6. Quick math will tell you what, that's 35-6 in terms of runs. That's pretty impressive. Broken Arrow can get one of those score lines here in the baseball game. They would certainly feel pretty good about it. lead things off with Mr. number 10, Colby Whiteman, as I'm now joined by Dr. Dustin Smith.
How are you, my man?
I'm great. We're having fun out here at the baseball park. Jax Gibson's throwing strikes.
That's what I like to see. Like Gibby on the mound. Kind of bulldog mentality.
One's a little bit low in the zone. Really low outside the zone. 1-1.
So what'd I miss?
Scoreless first.
Okay.
Gibson 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. Swing and a miss there, but a little bit of a tip on the bottom of the bat, it seems like. So 2-2 there. As far as the Rams, they gave up a couple of hits. We had 2 on base on first and second when the inning closed out. Monasterio just watched the ball zip by. Coach Dobson and Monasterio both felt like it was a little high in the zone, but the umpire said it was a strike.
Did not agree.
A little bit of disagreement from the BA side. It was not a staunch protest.
Yeah.
A very calm one at that.
The designated hitter, number 6.
So a walk there to Mr. Number 10. Is that what you call him?
Mr. number 10.
Mr. Number 10.
That was Colby Whiteman.
Okay.
And this is now 5th in the order, number 6, Benji Bauer, the designated hitter.
First time that Gibby's been in the stretch here. First runners that Owasso's had
Yes,
on.
correct.
You know, the thing about a home and home is you're really familiar with this team after playing 7 innings yesterday and kind of have an idea of some tendencies possibly. And I mean, I know it's a totally different ball game, but you still pick up on some tendencies. And one thing that Coach Ashley is going to be telling Gibby is just you got to throw strikes. Throw it in that zone. This ballpark plays a little bigger than it is, especially when the wind's blowing in.
I love when you ask a pitcher what they'd like to improve on or what they'd like to set as their goal for the season. Almost every one of them answers the same way, and that's throw more strikes or throw strikes.
Yeah.
It's very simple
It's
for
a
them.
simple game. You throw strikes, you got a chance.
Absolutely. It's a 2-1 count right now. That'll expand to 3-1. Bauer's pretty far ahead in the count here.
Yeah, it didn't look like he missed that by much. Again, I'm positioned right behind the home plate blue.
Home plate black tonight.
Right. Still, they call him blue.
Yep.
That's in there.
There's a strike thrown by Gibson, 3-2.
A lot of tradition with this Owasso Ram baseball program, especially over there in the third base coach's box. Been at a long time.
Larry Turner, and a very successful head coach for the Rams. Owasso's got 14 baseball state championships. One championship in every decade dating back to the 70s. Had a really good stretch between 2001 and 2009 as that ball walks another Ram. Rams were able to get 6 titles in those 8 years. 2022 was their most recent one. And I got a little bit of a trivia question here for you, Dr. Smith. Do you think you could tell me the only other 6A school to have a double-digit number of baseball state championships?
Well, off the top of my head, Stillwater would be considered, but I don't know that they have been in 6A the whole time.
When I say 6A, I just mean largest class, because this goes way back as well. So,
Stillwater would be my guess.
Stillwater's your guess. You're locking it in.
I mean,
this
that'd
is
be
who wants to be a millionaire.
Just if you pulled me on the spot, just because of what happened in Oklahoma State and Stillwater for the longest time with the wins that they had and what I've seen with wrestling happening over there right now, I would say Stillwater.
It is not Stillwater. My guess, just based off of my knowledge of
Well, you know the answer.
being here, well, my guess before I looked it up was Union. which turns out they're third.
Okay.
And in second place, Capitol Hill with 10 baseball state championships, all prior to 1956.
Yeah, and they saw in black and white then, I think. Didn't see in color.
Back when you were young.
Yeah, I would have never guessed that. I mean, you could have.
That was a long way to set up me calling you old.
Yeah, I realized the path we went down, and I have no rebuttal, but. So is Stillwater even on the list?
Stillwater has a couple of state championships. I believe it was 2 or 3. I'd have to double check to tell you the exact number.
And as we were looking at the action here, the goal for the batter here is just to bunt runners over. Now the question becomes, how committed are you with an 0-2 count? He didn't get the first 2 bunts down. And if you're Gibby, where do you throw this pitch? Do you try to throw it high to see if he's, gets under it, and you try to maybe possibly turn a double play if he pops it up?
Going for the bunt again.
He threw it high.
Just as you had said. Ends up being a ball, so it's a 1-2 count now. This is Chris Zafaris at the plate.
And he probably will show bunt again. That's the trust that Coach Turner has in his team. If he squares the bunt here with 2 strikes, he squares again.
This one goes down the first base line. Gibson's going to have to scoop this one up and get the out at first. But the runners advance. They're at second and third now.
On a ball game last night when Owasso scored 4 runs, they're trying to get some runs on the board early. You get 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Great execution there. The bunt was perfectly placed down the first base line. You make the pitcher field it. No chance to get a force out at second or third, so they get the sure out at first.
This is Eli Ensbrenner, third baseman for the Rams. Gibson gets the strike.
And Franks was set up outside and reached across to catch the inside corner there, and umpire gave him the call.
This one's a high flying foul ball headed toward the bullpen.
I mean, if I was on foul ball duty, that's one I'd want. Is it still in the fence?
I said toward the bullpen. It's really toward that extra stadium seating out there.
Yeah, the party deck out there.
Yeah.
The important thing is Gibby's up 0-2 here. Consecutive batters, he's been up 0-2. Little cat and mouse. Try to see if you're going to give away any kind of hint of what you're going to do offensively.
So everybody resets. Pitch from Gibson is hit hard down right field. Monasterio's got it at the warning track.
It's definitely deep enough. So you score a run. A great job there by the batter to get the ball lifted and sent Monasterio all the way back to the warning track near the wall. Able to make the catch, but sacrifice fly, a run scores, and Owasso takes an early 1-0 lead.
Next up for the Rams, second baseman number 11, Drew King.
So now Benji Bauer at third base. Looking to bring another one home is Drew King. And Drew King will walk.
Yeah, he hit him. Luke being Luke Franks was questioning where that hit him at, but umpire said it got him on the arm. So now runners on the corners, 1 out. And Owasso already entered the scoreboard here with 1 run on the sacrifice fly. Francis at the plate. What number is he batting?
Out of the 9 hole.
Okay. Last night, BA was able to get production out of the 9 hole and the 1 hole. Maybe the 8 hole hit a home run and lead off hit a grand slam last night.
Yes, sir. So I mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, Jasper Reed, Jaden Sharp, and Luke Franks all able to go yard. And Jasper Reed with a grand slam. Also went 3 of 4 and had 2 scoreless innings pitched.
So played an all-around game.
Yes, sir. I said, I don't know if they named an MVP last night, but if they didn't, I would say it was Jasper Reed.
Yeah, pretty good choice if it wasn't.
Pitch is outside the zone.
Yeah, Gibby was wanting to nibble on that corner and wanting the call, and the umpire just hasn't given him that on a consistent basis. So got to make the adjustment if you're on the mound and see where you're going to locate a pitch. That's right down the heart, just a little high.
3-1 count now. Tiger fans in attendance disagree.
Yeah, all the umpires up here in the stadium, they thought that pitch was located well. But their opinion and our opinion do not matter. It's the gentleman back there behind the plate.
That one will be a strike. 3-2 now. And a little bit of pressure with that runner on third. Owasso would love to get one more run here. Gibson trying to get out of the jam. Nearly picked off the runner at first.
Just testing that. You can get an out there. You already got 2 outs, obviously. You've seen if you catch him leaning, trying to take off on a 3-2 count.
Backs the runners off again. Pitch from Gibson is a ball, and the base is now loaded for the Rams.
Yeah, there hadn't been a hit. Been walks and the sacrifice fly and a hit batter.
Shortstop number 1, Easton Haley.
This is Easton Haley, the top of the order. Still a chance to get out of here relatively unscathed. If you can survive this Haley at bat.
It'll be the second visit, and they're going to make a change.
Dobson will make the walk to the mound. Gibson looked really strong in that first inning, and suddenly here in this second, he has had a hard time locating those pitches. For Broken Arrow, looks like it's Jaden Bedford out there warming up. I mentioned my pregame conversation with Coach Dobson. They said he would be used as a bridge here today. That looks like the plan. Maybe just a little bit earlier than you'd like to execute the plan.
Yeah, he thought it was a bridge opportunity for Bedford. But obviously, the game's dependent upon that bridge. 2 balls, no strikes here. See if there's... Gibby comes right here with strike zone pitch here.
Great shape on that pitch, but still couldn't curve it back in.
Going just to the stretch exclusively here. Had been working in the windup.
There's a good pitch from Gibson.
Disciplined at bat there by Owasso, the shortstop, trying to just make him consistently throw strikes. He threw 3 balls. Obviously, coach probably telling him, take till you see a strike.
This one is chopped foul.
So 3-2 count, 2 outs. The runners will be moving. The merry-go-round will be started. Hopefully Gibb can pound the zone right here.
Full count. Gibson gets set. And he tries to keep everyone honest first.
See if they're dancing too far off too soon.
Pitch is hit hard down the right field line. Doesn't have the legs to get out. It goes foul. Boy, it had the legs, that's for sure.
It's a long strike. And not even a strike, a long foul ball, obviously, but we up here in the press box had no clue where that ended up, but he turned on that thing quick. And he was trying to match our grand slam from last evening.
Here we go again, another pitch from Gibson that is also fouled. This one a little bit shorter, and it goes down the left side.
But even that, he just keeps fouling off pitches and making Gibby throw strikes. I mean, we got 3-2 count, obviously, and bases full of the Owasso Rams. You're trying to pound that zone. Quality at bat here for Owasso.
Another foul ball. Easton Haley is fighting here in this at bat.
You know what they used to say, when those balls are hit towards the dugout, they call those ugly finders.
They never found you, did they?
Well, I mean, I can't say they didn't. There hadn't been one filed up here.
That's true.
I can say that.
There's a ball thrown by Gibson. A little frustration shown as he gives up another run to the Rams.
And that may have been a conversation with Coach Dobb. Hey, we need strikes. Throw strikes, don't hurt yourself. And Owasso hasn't had a hit this inning.
Next up for the Rams,
Bases chock full of Rams. And they're trying to buy as much time as they can for Bedford, I believe, down in the bullpen.
Saw Dobson down in the dugout give the signal to Franks and the umpire. They wanted them to have a conversation. So the infield coming together, trying to relax Gibson here, see if he can finish out the inning at a minimum.
And now Dobbs going to make his way out, I believe. So let the umpire get out there, and now formality. Just trying to give Bedford a little more chance to get out there. Get loose up there in the bullpen. And it's not an option now. He's got to go to the bullpen.
Yeah. So Jaden Bedford will make his way to the mound. Jax Gibson closes things out with just one full inning pitched. 2 outs on the board for Bedford to come in and try to clean it up for the Tigers. We'll take a commercial break and come right back with more of the top of the second live here on ArrowVision.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
So it's Jaden Bedford on the mound now. Tigers leader in innings pitched coming into today, 32 of them. Faced 124 batters, 18 hits, 9 runs, 6 earned runs, 10 walks, and 30 strikeouts on the season. Dylan Rivera here with Dr. Dustin Smith. And Bedford, we got to see him pitch about a week ago against Jinx. And he's got a great arm, great speed to him. Actually, it was Ponca City, not Jinx, but a really talented pitcher, and that length really offers him a little bit of the physical edge that some of the high school pitchers at this level don't really have.
Yeah, he's been a workhorse for the Tigers on the mound. Generally been the game 1 starter, and last couple of weeks he's bumped to the number 2, and tonight he's coming out of the bullpen because he was ill yesterday. So didn't even participate in the game yesterday. This is his first action and Owasso's first time to see him live. Now it comes into a pressure-packed situation with the bases full. And again, I'll go back to Owasso's got 2 runs on the board and haven't had a hit yet.
See if they can quickly get comfortable with Bedford's pitches. First one's fouled off to the parking lot.
Heads up, track kids.
They might have a couple of souvenirs by now.
Yeah, they're on their way back. They stopped. Well, they stopped at Casey's, so I'm assuming no. Because I think they were trying to get
The 0-1.
That one's a little high. It's obviously a change of pace as far as the velocity here. And that's not a knock to either one of these gentlemen, Bedford or Gibby. They're just different release points, obviously, and different leverage.
Two-one count. Again fouled toward
your
the parking lot. I told you, I parked far enough back. I'm not as far back as you, but I am far back.
So quickly, 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Bedford coming and trying to do a job real quick, shut this inning down.
This one goes straight to second base, and Devine's got it.
Good job by Bedford.
3 runners left on. Bedford gets out of the jam. 2 runs allowed, though. The Rams now in front, 2-0, as the Tiger offense comes back out, and they have a chance to answer live here on ArrowVision.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Bottom of the second coming your way here live on ArrowVision. Owasso Rams and the Broken Arrow Tigers in a district battle. District 3 standings have really started to take shape now as we start to get closer to the end of the season. Right now, Stillwater leads the way. They are at the top of the district. Broken Arrow number 2 in District 3. And you've got Jenks in the number 3 spot and the Owasso Rams at number 4. We mentioned the history, very storied history of this Owasso Rams baseball program. And by their standards, a 4th place finish in district is probably not up to par, but you never know in the game of baseball who might make a run. We saw the Tigers do it last year where they came in as a little bit of an underdog and rolled through regionals and made their way to the state tournament. A scrappy bunch last year, and this year there's no secret about this team anymore. They're coming out and they are showing what they're made of.
What is Jinx standing? What's their record in district?
This is Brody Tedesco at the plate. Let me look that up for you.
And they split with us.
Correct.
Have they played Owasso?
I don't know off the top of my head.
In Stillwater, those are the 2 questions.
I mentioned Jinx is 3rd in the standings. As far as record goes, they're 7-2.
Yeah, our lone loss in district is 2 then.
Jinx and Owasso have not played yet. Owasso has, however, played Stillwater.
Yeah, Stillwater swept them.
Correct. As Tedesco gets to first, thought maybe he'd have an opportunity to round it and go to second, but instead picks up the single.
Well, and that's just fundamental defense there for Owasso. The catcher trailing the play was able to be in the vicinity, even though the ball sailed towards the dugout. He was close enough there that Tedesco was not going to be able to get to second. And that's exactly why a catcher trails the runner on down the first base line.
Now the left fielder, Jack Gardner. As we reach number 7 in the order.
So that wasn't a hit for BA, as an error on the throw. But the game of baseball, you put the ball in play and see if you can make the defense mess up. And now Broken Arrow's got an opportunity to take advantage of that miscue from the Owasso defense.
Gardner goes for a bunt, and he sprints to first, out there, but Tedesco makes it to second.
Well, and again, it's just the same philosophy that Owasso had. They moved the runners over into scoring position. Jack Gardner, who had a double last night, was able to place the bunt down, get it in play, and advance Tedesco to second. And now you've got an opportunity for Skipper to be able to drive in a run with a runner in scoring position.
Skipper's the DH. First pitch is a strike. Skipper's batting .321 on the season. On base percentage at .592.
It's pretty good. You get on base 69 or 60% of the time.
This one's headed towards second base, and he'll be thrown out at first, but again, advancing Tedesco.
Now Sharp gets an opportunity. Runner 90 feet away.
Next up for the Tigers, third baseman.
Sharp's 9th in the order, batting average at .222, on base percentage .432. First pitch is called a strike.
Yeah, Sharp thought about it, flinched for a second, and then decided not to swing and kind of vented his frustration with a nod of the head.
0-2 count after the foul ball. That's how quickly Sharp finds himself in a battle. Foul ball back to the net.
And this be important for BA. If you can score another run here, or score a run here and answer, if you will. I know it's 2 runs that Owasso has scored, but if you can put it in on that board right now and just call it an answer inning, then it's going to bode you well. The opportunity here is Tedesco on third, trying to cross that home plate, and Sharp trying to get him there. Oh, attaboy, just wear it.
Sharp will take to first base. So runners on the corners now. And you go back up to the top of the order with Jasper Reed.
And the man sitting to my left will appreciate this, but we used to, when you got hit, the statement was, don't rub it. Don't let him know it hurt. Just get down to first base. And he made his way down there, and Sharp did, and did not jump out of the way of that ball. And anytime it's a curveball, that's a whole lot easier not to jump out of the way of.
I was just thinking to myself, I don't even know if he could rub it the way it hit him in the back. I don't even know if I could reach back there.
We had a home run out of this position last night.
Jasper Reed got one yesterday, looking to get another one here.
That'd be nice. That'd put the Tigers up real quick.
This one instead will go off the glove of the pitcher and into the glove of the second baseman. And another out rounds out the bottom of the second. The Tigers go scoreless again. We go to the top of the third here in just a few moments, live on ArrowVision. So again, Jaden Bedford takes the mound for the Tigers. Live here at Tiger Park on ArrowVision. Dylan Rivera with Dr. Dustin Smith. When these two teams face off, really in any sport, but in baseball, they're always bound to get a good one. And yesterday, an 11-4 victory for the Tigers. Today, finding themselves in a 2-run ball game through the first 2 innings.
You know, I'm thinking, Coach Turner, how many times do you think he's made that trip to the third base coaching box?
In general or here?
In general. I mean, we could go here too. I mean, I don't know how you're going to figure that out.
I mean, it would be thousands of times in general.
I mean,
Here, it'd be probably hundreds
games.
of times.
I don't know what his running total is now, but it's well over 1,000 victories.
Pretty incredible career that he's had.
You're somewhere for over 40 years. I mean, you ain't even been on Earth that long. So
No, I have not.
He's been coaching longer than you've been alive.
No. I talked to Miss Linda Leonard at Spring Creek Elementary this past week. She has been the custodian specifically at Spring Creek for, I believe it was 35 or 36 years, but in Broken Arrow Public Schools for 40. And that's incredible to me, to even just stay in the same position and the same school district for that long. So same thing applies there with Larry Turner, is staying in one spot for so long is really something to marvel at.
Well, especially in today's day and age of the transfer portal window, whatever you want to call it, for the college, you don't see a coach staying somewhere for a long time, and usually they have to climb the ladder to be able to get there. And Coach Turner climbed the ladder to Owasso, and he stayed there.
Yeah. Well, and not to be outdone by too much, Coach Shannon Dobson, who's been at Broken Arrow for the better part of 2 decades, and has really been a mainstay for this Tiger program. Been able to keep such a consistent baseball program running as well.
Well, think about Randall King,
Yeah.
finishing 38 years in the district, and had not all haven't been as the head softball coach, but he's been in the district for 38 years. And Coach Turner says, "Oh yeah, I see your 38 years, and I'll trump you." Very impressive and a very storied career for Larry Turner over at Owasso.
Walk here in the first at-bat.
Courtesy runner for the catcher.
It'll be Colby Whiteman at the plate, and a courtesy runner from my vantage point, it looks like number 9, Grayson Yuntz.
Yuntz.
I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. It might be Younce. It's Y-O-U-N-C-E.
Younce would be my guess, but
More Younce to the ounce.
I mean, it does have an ounce in it. Oh, close.
Quick word for the pitcher.
I think it says you can't throw back over there.
Bedford throws a ball.
So Bedford comes in and gets out of the jam to end the second, or end of the top of the second. Now the first runner reaches here on top of the third for Owasso.
Bedford's had some trouble throwing strikes here in the early part of his appearance.
So that ball is high. And again, we're to the same point where Owasso hasn't got a hit yet. It's been free passes that Broken Arrow has provided. Obviously, sacrifice fly and a bunt to get him in scoring position.
3 balls, 1 strike here. Make that 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Mr. Number 10.
Mr. Number 10.
Thought
Colby
he had him a
Whiteman
walk.
disagreed with that. That was certainly a ball. And the infield making their way to the mound, at least Devine and Franks do.
And this is a standard for especially Luke. He knows when to go out and calm down his pitcher. Free passes to the first two Owasso Rams here in the top of the third.
Have an exciting day here at Broken Arrow tomorrow. National Signing Day event being held at the Event Center. No baseball players taking part in this one. They had 3 take part, really 4, but 3 in the winter. With De La Rosa signing with Mid-America Christian University, Brody Tedesco, Allen Community College, and Jaden Sharp at Eastern Oklahoma State College. Swing and a miss. It was a hard swing for Benji Bauer.
I think Bauer, he walked his last at bat. I think he did.
That's correct by my count. This is a bunt. Bedford's got it and makes the throw to first. Good hustle from Devine to get there just in time.
That's just, they call it small ball. Get him on, get him over, get him in, and you get him in scoring position, sacrifice your at bat. Quality approach offensively for Owasso, trying to scratch across more runs, get the opportunity for some more runs.
This one's inside, but still making contact. Zafaris fouls it off.
It's one of those, you're glad it kind of went out of the park because Monasterio makes that catch. They're going to tag and score a run. Not saying that you don't want to take an out, but going away from the field and likelihood of throwing him out at home was probably not real high.
This one gets down right in front of Monasterio. 1 runner scores. And a single for Zafaris puts a runner on first and third.
Yeah, first hit for the Owasso Rams. And comes in a timely manner. Had runners at second and third and was able to drive one of those. And good job of Monasterio to get to the ball and get it in to prevent the second run from getting in. And that runner had to freeze because it was a line drive, make sure the ball wasn't caught. If he runs straight off the bat and that ball drops, obviously he had a better chance to score than what he did there. But Coach Turner, veteran of the coaching box, he knew not going to chance it and get somebody thrown out of home and try to take away an opportunity to score another run.
Strike thrown by Bedford.
Mr. number 14.
This is Eli Ensbrenner. And Southpaw watches another one go by. 2 strikes for Bedford here in the at-bat.
Now there's opportunity up the middle, playing double play depth, trying to be able to turn that double play if possible. Ball hit hard enough. Bedford just keeping that runner honest over at first. I think this is the kid that hit a sacrifice fly near to the wall last at bat.
You would think one of us would be tracking that.
Yeah, I think I'm tracking it in my head. He threatened to grand slam one, and Monasterio was able to make the catch at the wall, but I believe it was this young man, Mr. number 14.
What Mr. number were you?
2.
Mr. number 2. Bouncer, Devine misses it. And another score for Owasso as Whiteman crosses the plate. 4 runs on the board now for the Rams with runners still on first and second.
And that ball was just a slow chopper. And Devine was trying to make a quick flip over to first base and just didn't complete the ball in his glove. And Owasso's got runners at first and second, and he'll scratch across 2 more here in the third. Just unfortunate there. Devine was trying to make a quick play with the ball slowly moving, and you had a left-handed batter moving down the line, and obviously got a step or two already out of the box ahead of where he would be if he was right-handed. Good pitch there by Bedford.
This is
0-2
Drew
count.
King at bat. 8th in the order for the Rams.
What Mr. Number would you be if you played?
When I did play, I was Mr. Number 3. But my basketball number was 11.
Oh. So you remember when you did play what your number was
Correct.
from a baseball standpoint? What was larger, your number or the number of times you were hit by a coach pitching the ball?
That's a great question, actually. Lopez at least stops the ball. And everybody is able to advance. A single, loads up the bases. And we go now to the bottom of the order. Bryson Francis comes to the plate, 1 out on the board, and an opportunity to really run the score up for the Rams here.
Yeah, and a tough play there for J-Lo as he's moving to his right. The runner's right there in the path of the ball as well, and he was trying to field it going to his right, and the only play there, as smart as it would be, try to get the force at third, but
goes back to the pitcher. Lopez on the move. Not an out at first, but another runner scores for the Rams. 5-run lead.
And, I mean, that's ball that left the infield was the one to Monasterio, and everything else has been chopped inside or in the infield. And the only play that Lopez had there was to get the first, and that was a bang-bang play to get him. So 2 outs for Broken Arrow, trying to limit this damage even at 3 runs in the inning.
Pitch from Bedford is a strike.
So they have eclipsed their run total from last night.
This one goes to Devine, and he eyes it all the way down into his glove. That'll end the inning. 3 runs given up by the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the third next on ArrowVision. Bottom of the third coming your way here between Broken Arrow and Owasso. The Rams have really started to rally here in this one. They're up 5 runs now. 2 runs in the top of the second, 3 runs in the top of the third. BA's already made 1 pitching change to Jaden Bedford from Jax Gibson. And we'll see how long they're able to stick with Bedford. If it continues the way it's going, might be another change here pretty soon. But for now, we turn the attention to the Tigers' offense and see if they can get rolling. Javen Devine gets things started off. We'll go 2, 3, 4 here in the order. Mentioned that we're getting closer to the end of the regular season. The Tigers have 8 regular season games remaining, 4 district games, and that's got an asterisk by it because that's not counting the Norman North debacle, which may include a few extra innings. If the playoffs began today, BA would be a regional host, and they would be playing Muskogee in their first outing. And Deer Creek and Norman North would fill out the other 2 regional spots.
But there's still a lot of baseball to play.
Absolutely. A lot of things can shift and move over the next week or 2.
I'm a BA fan. I'm not sure where that pitch was.
2-0 count.
Oh.
That might have been another questionable one. 3-0. 2-1, excuse me.
Three balls and a strike.
Oh, there's a strike. Devine
He thought he had him a walk.
was ready to go. It's now a full count. Devine sends it to left field. And it comes dropping down from the clouds for an out. So now it's Luke Franks at bat for BA. Frank's batting average, second highest on the team at .404, on base percentage .562. 21 hits, 3 homers on the year. Clouds looking a little bit more ominous now. So storms slowly start to make their way
Watch your mouth.
into the Tulsa area. Sounds like most of the BA area expected storms won't hit until later tonight.
When the home plate blue flinches, you think there should have been a strike call, and he did not call it, which is to BA's favor.
3-1, now 3-2. Way outside the zone, Franks will go to first.
Good at bat there for Luke Franks, the junior catcher.
Next up for the Tigers, shortstop number 7.
Fellow classmate Jacob Lopez now steps into the box. Time to string a few hits together here, a few base runners. Obviously, you can't score 5 runs with one swing, so.
Although Devine had a pop fly out to left field, you can see where Tigers may be starting to figure out the pitches of Nick Kelly here a little bit as this game wears on, as Lopez places it in right center field. Franks gets all the way to third.
Franks is limping a little bit.
And Lopez is at first. And Luke Franks holding that right leg. Shannon Dobson over to talk to him for a moment. And they will replace him with a courtesy runner. It'll be Connor Keach.
Hey, grabbing that right hamstring.
Next up for the Tigers.
That's your catcher as well. It's a good job by Jacob Lopez putting that ball in the gap.
See Frank stretching it out a little bit in the dugout. Training staff tending to him. Monasterio goes for a bunt down the first base line.
Bunt. Oh, called it foul.
They call it foul right before he's tagged. So he goes back to the plate, keeps the at-bat alive.
Javon Childers having a discussion with him, and if you're in that scenario, you may put on the brakes, make him tag you or throw down to first base. I think the runner was going to score either way, so.
The 0-1. Foul back
Half
to the net.
swing.
Stereo connects, but it spins off foul. Oh, did you hear that? I think that was your car.
No, it wasn't. I was parked the other way.
Monasterio pops this one up. It goes straight up in the air.
This may be fine. That may be the ugly finders right over there by Steve Dunn and Shane Coffey.
Those are two fellas you don't want to see get hit by a baseball.
No.
Pitch to Monasterio, goes down the third base line. Coach Dobson's on it. This has been a long at-bat here for Monasterio.
Good eye, and that's an 0-2 pitch there. I mean, that was way outside, and you're in that battle mode just trying to foul off things and not want to go down looking, and obviously Monasterio just checking to see if he'd go fishing that far outside. He did not.
Whew. Another one outside the zone.
I've seen that call to strike today. Good at bat here from Monasterio.
Two count. Pitch is too low for Monasterio. And it went from an 0-2 count very early in this at bat to now a full count. This Monasterio has fought hard here. Runners on first and third. Another foul ball.
Jacob Lopez was moving. 3-2 count.
Kelly steps off the plate. Full count, one out. Keach and Lopez looking to run. Monasterio, another foul ball.
They've been in their area. That was coming awfully close to you for the ugly finder.
He has lost a number of baseballs here in this at-bat.
It was it's a true battle at the plate.
Woo. That certainly looked like a good pitch. Instead, the bases will be loaded. Nick Kelly even threw his hands up.
Yeah, the Owasso faithful are expressing their displeasure.
Next up from Tigers, first baseman, number 8, Brody Tedesco.
And I would guess that Owasso's a very educated baseball fan base, especially with the success that they've had.
This is Brody Tedesco at the plate. Bases loaded, one out here in this bottom of the third. Strike thrown. Put that on a silver platter for him.
I mean, it's the opportunity. You know, and they'll tell you may see one or two really good pitches, hitter-friendly pitches per at bat.
Tedesco
that one.
Sends it off into the parking lot.
So 0-2 count here for Tedesco. Trying to get a scratch across the run here if you're BA. Like more than one, obviously, but good eye.
Ball thrown by Kelly. Tedesco's down in the count. We saw Monasterio battle back. Tedesco connects. Headed out to right center field. It's got to get down quickly. Center fielder makes the play. Keach running home, sliding across the plate.
Yeah. Keach at one point had drifted off the bag thinking that may get down, had to go back and tag the base and then score. So he was able to do so, got ahead of that, and BA at least scores one here. Good piece of hitting there by Tedesco to get that ball lifted deep enough in the ballpark, and that was in the gap. Good play by the center fielder to track that one down. A few more feet to the right, and that may have been the real merry-go going around and could have cleared the bases there, but BA gets one, and now Jack Gardner's opportunity with 2 runners on.
Well, this is no offense meant to Luke Franks. I think he knows he's one of my favorite players out there. But it probably is a good thing that Connor Keach was on that third base bag in that moment. A little bit extra speed, able to get across home plate and get the Tigers their first run.
We don't know the extent of his, I guess we can call it injury, state of his condition. And that play was closer because he had to go back and touch the base.
Yeah.
He had drifted off thinking that may have gotten down. And, it's one of those deals. If it gets down, he was going to score anyway. So they will tell you go back and tag the base and just be there just in case he catches it. Strike here now, 1-1 the count. Wonder if Coach Dobson's standing on third thinking he's going to be able to tag and score.
Gardner at the plate, Skipper on deck.
They called a balk.
Yeah, there's a balk.
The field umpire was all over that. He's trying to get an explanation to the pitcher. And here comes Coach Turner.
Nick Kelly disagreed, and he also just told Coach Turner that he doesn't need to come out and discuss, but he will make the walk out there. So a quick conference between Larry Turner and the field umpire. A little bit of a drop of sunlight for us here at the Tiger Park.
Coach Turner going through the motions and just trying to get the explanation of what a balk really was and what he did. And I don't know if he was satisfied with the explanation, but he is retreating back to the dugout.
Well, on his way back, he said something to the pitcher, Nick Kelly. So obviously, whether or not he agreed, he understood.
But what that does is puts 2 runners in scoring position. So if Jack is able to find a way to get a ball in the outfield,
Gardner's going to have to come up with something here. 1-2 count. 2 outs on the board. You mentioned it. Runners on second and third.
good footwork there by Jack.
It's running all those cones over at football. Two pitch. Way outside the zone.
The catcher was set up inside, and that ball, even if it, even though it wasn't over the plate, because he had to reach for it, doesn't give the umpire a reason to call that because he had to stretch so far to try to get that pitch. Obviously, location was off. They were set up inside.
Gardner sends it to center field.
Yeah, right at him.
And there's a play made. Rounding out the bottom of the third, getting just one run on the board. Lopez and Monasterio can't cross the dish. Tigers trailing by 4 as we go to the top of 4, live here on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First People put people first.
With a 5-1 scoreline, Jaden Bedford on the bump again for the Tiger defense. Hoping for a better outing here in the fourth than he had in the third. 3 runs given up there. Got the Tigers out of the jam in the top of the second. But certainly starting to feel some pressure now as we get past the halfway point of this ball game, or really get to it now. The Tigers trailing by 4 runs.
Leading off for Owasso, first baseman, number 17.
I mean, they crossed the threshold there, at least scored a run, had opportunities there, and I felt quality at bats. I say quality bats, good at bats. Be able to turn the ball around and put the ball in play. Better contact than we've seen so far.
Lopez has his number called quickly and makes the play. One-third of the way to the immaculate inning.
Yeah, you said I wasn't going to say it until we got.
Next up, the catcher,
I'm glad you remember what the immaculate inning is, though.
This is number 16.
Mr. Number 16.
Joey Grable. Swing and a miss.
See, now the immaculate inning can't happen. You ruined it.
Shouldn't have said anything.
Should have waited until we at least got 2 outs on 2 pitches. The ball on a strike here. Top of the fourth. See if the momentum has switched over to the black and gold.
There's another strike thrown by Bedford.
Ooh. Luke thought he had strike 3 there, was ready to throw down.
Grable just about lost his footing too, leaning all the way forward.
One of those hoping, please don't call it, please don't call it, please don't call it.
Still 2-2. This one goes right up the gap towards center field. Well hit by Grable. And he'll pick up a single for his efforts.
We'll say well placed. Just out of the reach of Jake Lopez, which is hard to do because that's a lengthy young man.
Put it just short of the claw mark out there in center field.
Here's your guy, Mr. Number 10.
Mr. Number 10, Colby Whiteman.
So Owasso's had traffic every inning.
Foul ball off to the right. Lands in the opponent bullpen.
Yeah, Monasterio gave it some chase, and then he realized I've run out of real estate, and that ball's still moving, so I'm going to let it go.
Like he walked out of here? Is he still over there?
Can't tell if there's any raindrops coming down or not, but judging by the fans in their lawn chairs off to the side, the umbrellas are starting to open up.
Pop out.
Remember, we moved this game up here between Owasso and Broken Arrow from 6 p.m. to 4 p.m. in an effort to play an entire baseball game. Pitches inside, and Whiteman just gets it near the hands. What all goes into rescheduling or moving a ball game?
Mother Nature's undefeated. So you start looking at what potential, what forecasters are calling for, and holy smokes, that ball looked right down the middle. You start looking at the forecast, and meteorologists are telling you in their reports, and if they say the line's not supposed to be here till a certain time, then you see if you can move the game up. And you've got to make sure, obviously, you've got umpires. And then the people, the behind the scenes that people don't see but they hear, like Mr. Scott over here to our left, make sure he's able to.
This one's got some legs to it. Whiteman to the warning track. Gardner gets a glove to it. And a big double. Gets runners on second and third for Owasso.
And just like I said, it was a bounce back.
There's a call made here somewhere in the infield.
They're going to
And
say
Owasso
interference of some sort.
just scored a run. I think it will be interference. Javen Devine, I noticed him looking the umpire's way, confused. And now Shannon Dobson makes his way out there, trying to get an explanation.
Yeah, it's got to be some kind of interference, and it may have been a runner trying to round second.
I think regardless of how much Coach Dobson protests, probably looking at a 6-1 scoreline.
Dob keeps following him out there. So I don't know that Dob is completely satisfied with that explanation. But
so the courtesy runner crossed home plate. And now Benji Bauer is at bat. Colby Whiteman ends up getting all the way to third.
And I'll say this, great effort by Jack Gardner to get over there in the gap and be able to track that ball down and prevent it from going any further. Obviously, he didn't know what happened on the infield or what kind of interference there was. He was just tracking down a baseball, and at the moment held him to second and third, but obviously something happened, took place, and they were able to advance the runner into home, and the runner at second went to third. So benefit for Owasso here in the top of the fourth.
Bauer fouling it high down the right field line. Monasterio can't get under it.
Just ran out of real estate again. But it's another one of those, if he makes that catch, is he going to be able to throw the guy out at home? Because they're going to tag.
So 1-2 count. Winds look like they've changed direction a bit. Still starting to blow toward the home plate as Bedford strikes out Bauer. Still sort of coming in toward home plate, but they earlier were all coming in a little bit left to right. You could see the flags going in the background. Now right to left a little bit.
Yeah, there must be some kind of precipitation falling from the sky, because Blake Shy has brought in some cameras into the protection of the covering.
Two-0 count. This one goes to right field. Monasterio eyeing it down, and he's got it. So BA gives up one more run in the top of the fourth, but that's it. It comes on an interference call that Coach Dobson clearly was displeased with. See if Broken Arrow's offense can respond in the bottom of the fourth. Coming up next here on ArrowVision.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Dob's just staring at him.
As we come back to Tiger Park, Coach Dobson still displeased with that interference call gave a big thumbs down to one of the umpires and has been staring down the other one. He is still unhappy that Owasso got a run on an interference call. 6-1 score line. Broken Arrow's offense heading back out there, and it begins with Jackson Skipper, a designated hitter. We'll go back to the top of the order here. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 in the order.
Well, and you understand his displeasure, obviously, because they had another run. Obviously, 5-1 is a little different than 6-1. And 5-1, you've got an opportunity. You hit a 3 on and hit one out of here, and you tie the ball game. But either way, they're not making the change on the call. So now Broken Arrow's got to get the bats going and turn around pitches like they did the last inning they were at the plate.
Backdoor curveball from Nick Kelly.
That was an emphatic thumbs down as well. Ooh, just a bit outside. Major League reference. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Well, I was getting ready to make a WWE reference. Dave Bautista used to do a big thumbs down.
All right, I was talking about the
thinking.
pitch was way outside.
Well, we had two different references we were
Right.
trying to make here.
About two different situations.
2-2 count.
Late, great Bob Uecker in Major League. Again, probably before you were born.
Believe it or not, there was a lot of things that happened before I was born.
I mean,
there was a whole 2,000 years.
Same.
It's just outside the zone. Full count here for Skipper. Sending it back toward the pitcher. It's out into center field and caught. Tigers have at least avoided the shutout here tonight. They've been shut out 5 times this season. Actually, excuse me, they've shut out opponents 5 times this season. They've only been shut out once, and that was against Jenks here on March 31st.
Yeah, 1-0. Emphatic fan.
Sharp got a hold of that one, and it'll drop down in left field. 2 outs. I mentioned earlier, though, it feels like the Tigers have figured out the speed and some of those pitches from Kelly. It's just now about getting the barrel in the right place when it comes across the plate. Always easier said than done, of course.
I mean, it's easy for you and I to talk about. We're not swinging that bat.
Yeah, exactly.
I did possibly come across some video evidence of October 31st.
The Halloween home run derby?
Yes.
I didn't know there was video evidence.
But there is video evidence.
Actually, I did know that. I did know there was video evidence.
We won't get lost in that. We'll just
let that sit.
Right.
Let it simmer a little bit.
Let that marinate with some people out.
Reed goes to left field. 3 up, 3 down. They all fly out. Center field, left field, left field. And that's the inning. We go to the top of the 5th with the Tigers trying to rally back from down 5 runs here against the Rams.
Oh, they got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
(6-1) scoreline here at Tiger Park. Dylan Rivera with Dr. Dustin Smith. Things getting cloudier not just here weather-wise, but in this game. Broken Arrow is needing to find some sunshine, get a ball game going. Trailing by 5 runs to these Rams, who they beat 11-4 yesterday. It's going to take a heck of an effort over this last 3 innings for the Tigers to find a winner. Jaden Bedford still on the mound for Broken Arrow.
Leading off for the Rams, third baseman, number 14, Eli Ensbrenner.
We begin with Eli Ensbrenner for Owasso.
He's been a nemesis.
Anemone? Where does Nemo live? An anemone. It is anemone, right?
Yeah.
Anemone? Or
Anemone.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Scott, can you verify? Is it anemone? Or anemone? No, it's got to be anemone.
Yeah. Don't try to complicate it.
It's got to be anemone.
Yeah, I told you it was right.
If we're wrong, write us at 2200 North 23rd Street.
D. Rivera at
Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
BAschools.org.
74014 or 012. One or the other. You can figure it out.
If you're going to write it.
We're trying to debate whether it's anemone or something else. That sounds like a question that Blake would randomly know the answer to.
Yeah, where's Blake? Blake is trying to manage.
Well, we got a discussion ongoing here on
they're
the
saying
field.
that it hit his foot.
What were you asking me? So they'll make Ensbrenner.
Yeah, they tried to sell
back
that he
to the
was hitting the
plate.
foot.
And here comes Larry Turner.
Now, this umpiring crew is getting to know our coaches for both teams.
I love the fact that in baseball it feels like the umpires and the coaches are always so close for their conversations. It reminds me of, from Seinfeld, the close talker.
Right.
You don't really see that in any of the other sports.
Yeah.
They have conversations.
Invade
but
your space.
They are very close in
basketball,
baseball.
they also are very close.
Yeah, some from time to time, yeah.
So now they decided that he was not hitting the foot. Full count now.
So Ensbrenner steps back in. Pitch from Bedford. Ensbrenner. It's it. Almost over the head of Divine. But an intervention from number 1.
Would you call that divine intervention?
That's what I would call that.
I like what you said there. I like how you did that. I mean, I thought it was going to be way over his head the way that he was set up to jump that way, but
I think Javen Divine would also be the first to tell you he's not a very tall guy. So he had to use all of his verticality to get to that one.
that's principle of verticality in basketball. They talk about that as well. I like multi-sport references here you're throwing out.
Yes, sir. This is a good hit up the middle. That one does get by Divine. And Drew King will pick up a single.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there.
Center fielder, number 15, Bryson Francis.
So the Owasso faithful not pleased, obviously, because the runner did not move down on the potentially hit batsman, and then Divine says, "No soup for you." The next batter does reach, so they are peppering that side of the field.
This one, Monasterio gets to it. Great play by the right fielder. Bryson Francis is out. And we go back to the top of the order with Easton Haley, excuse me.
Number 1, Easton
It's
Haley.
top of the lineup and left-handed at bat. I mean, both offenses have started figuring out pitching and have at least made consistent contact of late. Nobody in the BA bullpen doesn't look like Owasso's got anybody warming either, so See how long this bridge is for Bedford.
0-1 count. Pitch low and away.
Apparently.
Our producer Blake is back. I'm going to ask him for
welcome
verification.
Back. Welcome back, Blake.
Oh, he just left.
Oh.
We'll ask our teacher here,
Maybe he needs
Mr. Antonio Hurling. Is it anemone? Anemone? What Nemo lives in? Clownfish. Neither one of them knows the answer. Get a science teacher on the phone.
Maybe they can write to us.
There you go. Easy play from Bedford.
He says, enough of that nonsense. I'm just going to get out of this inning.
I just want us to stop talking and go to commercial break. 6-1. Bottom of the fifth coming your way next year on ArrowVision.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
It's an anemone, ladies and gentlemen.
We're not
We
Nemo,
have the
though.
answer.
A
We looked it
clownfish.
up. There are
They're
no
thinking we're a bunch of
clownfish.
clowns for clownfish. Bunch of clowns over here trying
No
to
clownfish involved in this game, but we can tell you where they live now. It's an anemone. 6-1 between the Tigers and Rams. Neither of those animals live in an anemone.
Oh, man.
Javen Devine making his way up to the plate.
I would like to point out that I made that assertion early. Told you it was an anemone, and you kept seeking alternative options.
You know, it was more of I just kept saying it, and it just didn't sound right.
But you kept asking other people.
I believe,
after I had
you know,
told
I believed you.
You did not.
But you didn't sound like you were 100%.
you did not believe me.
You came across more like you were
You
90,
kept asking
80%.
people. That's not belief.
There's belief.
If you believed me, you would have just said, yeah, you were right.
You can have belief with some doubt.
You had a lot of doubt. More doubt than you had belief. So that's not belief.
I'd put it at a 6-1 ratio.
So we're back to baseball. Our divine young man with an opportunity here at the plate got around on that one. I think Coach Dobson was over there by the dugout.
Checking the notebook. Two strikes already in the at-bat. Way outside for Kelly. I mentioned Broken Arrow riding a 5-game win streak, but they're also having great success over a longer stretch. They've won 10 of their last 11 games, and we mentioned it, the one loss was just a 1-0 defeat in a matchup with Jinx. Devine speeding toward first. Bang, bang play, and it's out.
He went down. He's grabbing that right knee.
Devine went down hard. Javon Childers making his way over there. Now the training staff jogging out there as well. Devine looks to be in some pain.
Yeah, he quickly grabbed that leg. It's his right leg.
As they tend to the second baseman, we'll take a commercial break. Come right back to Tiger Park.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
Javen Devine making the walk on his own power back to the dugout. See if he's able to carry on through this matchup, and he has got a significant limp right now. Hope for the best with him. Luke Franks steps into the batter's box.
Catcher number 13, Luke Franks.
Our radars and everything says we've got some moderate rain rolling in the area. And speaking of rolling, Franks basically puts that one out to left field. And Franks is a little slow as well. I mentioned earlier he had been holding on to that right hamstring. And so they'll put Jackson Walker in as the courtesy runner.
Jackson Walker.
That's your 2-3 holes. Got a little hitch in the get along.
Next up for the Tigers, shortstop, number 7, Jacob Lopez.
Pitch from Kelly's outside the zone.
Maybe a good possibility we see the other Bedford behind the plate. He's down catching the bullpen now.
Two 2-0 count. Trying to keep Jackson Walker there at first. Strike thrown by Kelly.
Yeah, Lopez got him a solid hit last at bat. Was able to advance Franks from first to third. That's when Franks had a little bit of a hitch. He pulled up a little bit. Good eye by Lopez there. Worked the count 3-1 in his favor. I can tell you this, as tall as he is, if you bounce it, they're not going to call a strike. Not the bottom of the zone.
The zone's a little bit taller than everybody else's. This ball's got some height to it. It drops down foul just over by the Owasso bullpen. Three-two count.
Again with 3-2 count, just checking to see if they got runners in motion. All right, we'll dive back. Not catching this leaning. Oh. The confidence with Jake Lopez to be able to take that, and then the fans of Owasso, their confidence in that it was a strike.
I think you could ask everybody here today if they're happy with how this contest has been called. Just about everybody would say they're not too happy about it.
Well, you probably are right. Usually as an umpire, you're going to make half the crowd happy. Monasterio, his last at bat, was it the last one who he battled back from 0-2 and worked a walk?
Yes, it was. Runners on first and second. The 0-1.
2-0. Or excuse me, 1-1. Good piece.
Stereo gets it just over the shortstop's head, and that'll load it up.
Yeah, we had to go back to make sure that wasn't line drive caught. So you freeze on the line drive, make sure that it gets over the head of the shortstop there. And if that was Jake Lopez there at short, he probably makes that catch because he's a little taller.
Yeah.
A good piece of hitting there by Monasterio to get that ball turned around quickly. And now the bases are loaded for Broken Arrow. 1 out.
For big Brody Tedesco. They'll hold things up.
Do have some action in the bullpen for Owasso. They got number 12 warming up.
Number 12 for the Rams is Brady Reed.
This wasn't Coach Turner going to the pitcher's mound, so my assumption is that he would go out and make the change.
Well, and Reed hasn't moved from his post in the bullpen, so it looks like they'll keep things where they're at. But
defensive alignment discussion as far as what they need to do. Ball's hit where.
Give a quick word of confidence to Nick Kelly as well. Tedesco at the plate, batting .333, on base percentage 408. Has 14 hits on the season. Hasn't homered yet, but boy, this would be a big one if he could find it here. Pitch is low in the turf.
And that's one of those, if you're the batter, you got runners, the base is full, you want the opportunity, you're geared up, and good plate discipline to watch that ball low. Not be so amped up, you're swinging it.
Tedesco goes down the third base line. And an out at first. But one runner scores for the Tigers. 6-2, and just slowly starting to close that gap.
And a big hit here from Jake Gardner will cut that deficit in half. Monasterio will be moving on contact, so let's hope Jack can put something in that outfield grass.
Gardner stepped into a big moment in his last at-bat and flew out to center field.
Ball well hit, just right at the center fielder.
Looking for a little bit better here. It's a ball thrown by Kelly.
A lot of questions raised. Looks like Luke's got his catcher's gear on, so
another one that just goes a little bit too far away.
So they used him as a courtesy runner, not a pinch runner. So they want to keep his bat in the lineup. They being Broken Arrow.
High pitch, and Kelly needs to locate the strike zone here.
Well, and some of this may be Jake Lopez at third base. You watch him darting down the line and kind of trying to get in the eyesight, the peripheral of Kelly there on the mound, and see if he can distract him any.
There's a pitch well thrown by Kelly.
And that's exactly what you want to do if you're Jake Gardner. You're just going to list Jack Gardner. You're going to look and see if he can continue to pump that zone. Ball 4.
Gardner will take his base. Brings up Jackson Skipper with the bases loaded.
Next up for the Tigers, number 24, Jackson
Skipper batting average .321, on base percentage .592.
Big opportunity here. Again, you're not trying to get all 4 right here. You take it, obviously, if you hit it over the wall, but
Skipper's yet to hit a homer this year, so it'll be a big one if he's able to get it.
Yeah, I'll take a ball on the outfield grass.
Two outs already on the board, so there's some pressure there as well. Gardner thought about it and didn't follow through with it. 0-2 count. High pitch. 1-2.
And Broken Arrow's had a lot of opportunities. Had runners out there in scoring position, opportunities to drive in a run. A big hit here. Good eye.
You mentioned Jacob Lopez over there. To me, it's reminiscent of what I'd seen Russell Westbrook do for years, and where he starts with his hands on his knees at the free throw line and then stands up quickly. Just that little peripheral change might throw a player off. That's what Lopez is hoping for here.
And Kelly thought he had a strike there. He was hoping he had a strike there.
Full count, 2 outs. Skipper at the plate with the bases loaded. Skipper goes to first base, and it's an easy out there. So Broken Arrow does get one back on the Rams in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th with Broken Arrow trailing by 4 runs.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Welcome back to a wet Tiger Park. The rain is starting to come down. Nothing too significant yet. Obviously, the game can carry on until there's lightning in the area. But for right now, everything's safe. 4-run lead for Owasso as we go to the top of the 6th.
New pitcher.
And this is a new pitcher for the Tigers.
Center fielder goes to mound.
It is Jasper Reed. He's pitched 10 innings on the season. He's got a 1-2 record. 5 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 9 walks, and 10 strikeouts. BA will need him to come in and quickly find a hot hand.
Okay, the other. No, Hashi doesn't. I really
Mentioned the coaching staff and the athletic directors at Broken Arrow and Owasso deciding to move this game up to 4 o'clock here today in an effort to play the entirety of this ball game. Right now it is 6:01 p.m., so if the game had not been moved, this would be the starting condition for the ball game. So I would venture to say it was the right choice to move up a couple hours.
It smells like rain.
Are your knees feeling a little weak right now?
Negative.
No?
No.
She wasn't even in my class.
So Monasterio moves to center.
But like I looked forward to that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Keach out there and right.
Those 2 changes. And Reed on the mound.
And I wish I would have had her involved, but it's kind of nice that she's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like completely different.
This pitch is a strike for Reed.
See if that strike zone expands with some precipitation falling.
It's Cooper Ronaldo at the plate. First baseman. Mr. number 17. Makes some contact there, but immediately drops down into the dirt. One ball, 2 strikes. Luke Frank's a little gimpy on his way back to his post.
And that's got to be, I mean, he uses that hamstring obviously every time he squats.
Fouled away. See some of the rain out in the distance. It's a pretty steady drizzle.
And when you move these games, you asked that about that earlier. I mean, conversation with coaches, training staffs, team personnel, obviously. The umpires are a big part of that, especially with a district game of this magnitude. And Broken Arrow's already got one that's still in the balance. They're still waiting to complete that game with Norman North. So you don't want that. You don't want to add more to that when you have fewer and fewer dates as these games click off the schedule. So a lot of discussion, a lot of opportunity to talk to a lot of different people to make sure this all happens. It doesn't just, hey, let's move to 4 and everything happens. You got to have a lot of discussions to make this work. And Luke just wore that foul pitch.
That's why I asked earlier about the process of it, because it's not a simple decision. It's not just one quick phone call and that's it, or one quick text message and decision made. It's an ongoing conversation as the first batter faced by Jasper Reed gets the walk to first.
We had the track meet today, too, for junior high and Frontier Valley Conference, and a lot of schools, I say a lot of schools, those schools that came from a distance, they were asking, hey, what time will we be done? Can we get back before it may hit Stillwater or Bartlesville that may hit it before us? And, our softball team's up in Bartlesville tonight playing, and they were going to play 2, but they decided to play 1 at 4:30 because of the weather. So you just got to make decisions on what's best. And like I told you before, weather's undefeated. Mother Nature has yet to lose, so she decides she's going to disrupt things. She's going to disrupt things.
You mentioned the Bartlesville game for slow pitch softball team. We already, before even today, knew that the soccer games were getting moved. Those ones were supposed to be in Westmore tonight at 6 and 8 p.m. They've been moved to Thursday at Westmore at 4 and 6 p.m. No JV games being played, only varsity. Strike thrown by Reed.
And that's back-to-back. I mean, they'll play on Friday as well, and they host Bartlesville here. But, obviously every decision we make is in the best interest and safety of kids. I want to make sure that you don't put them in a situation where it's bad for them. And but you want to make sure that it's a safe environment to be able to play, and obviously not just safe for the game to be played, but teams to return home as well. And so I always think through that process whenever we make these decisions to see. I don't want them driving through a storm either.
Absolutely.
I certainly don't want to come over here and watch it rain or watch it storm if we can prevent that. And obviously it's impossible to bat 1,000 on that. So you got to make the best, most informed decision that you can make, and do it with a lot of consultation with a lot of different people. And it could be meteorologists, it could be other ADs in the area. What are you guys doing? What's it look like for you guys?
This ball's hit well to right field and is handled by Keach. The runner advances from second to third.
That's the first out. So Owasso's trying to get that run back they gave up.
10, Colby Whiteman.
Try to expand this lead that they have. It stands at 4 right now. 6-2 is our score. And here he is, Mr. number 10.
Whiteman's last at bat. Sent it out to the warning track right by that Lenny's Subs TCC sign. Right in between them.
Yeah, and they scored an additional run.
This is when the interference call was made. Whiteman ended up getting all the way to third on a double.
He did not score, however, after that. So that's when Coach Dobson let him know his thoughts on him being the field umpire.
2 strikes thrown by Reed here.
So, you know, the Major League Baseball has done some stuff where they broadcast games from the bleachers. Like, would you have wanted to be down in the party deck broadcasting right now, or?
I think that would be fun. I will say the party deck looks awfully lonely right now.
But you would be.
We have one solo party out there.
Right. We could have brought the party. But I'm asking that because of the precipitation. Would you have?
I guess in that sense,
wilted
no,
under the.
I wouldn't have liked to be out there. If you get to know any play-by-play, we all have our notes and our sheets, and I'm usually much more extravagant with it when it comes to some other sports. This one flies out toward right field and is just foul.
Whoa.
I normally have a much broader setup for some of the other sports. For baseball, it's a little bit more slim and keep it all to one sheet. And, so I think I would be a little upset if my notes were soaked, and that's my guideline. I've got it all in front of me.
Not if you were soaked, just more your sheet.
Yeah,
notes.
I think so. I think I would be more or less okay if I was wet, but my papers in front of me being wet would not be fun. This one's headed straight to center field. And an easy play made by Monasterio, but the throw home will not be in time as the Rams pick up another one.
I'm going to test and see if he left early. The umpire with his back to the base said safe. That's confidence.
Just checking to see Coach Dobson's reaction, and maybe no reaction is the best reaction.
Yeah, or we may have gone back to the your WWE reference earlier.
Yeah.
So either way, Owasso plates another run, extends their advantage back out to 5, 7-2 now.
This one's hit well into the gap. And another great hit from Owasso gets Benji Bauer at least to first. He's sliding into second, and he's safe. Boy, that was a risky call.
Well, the ball was, Jack ran past that ball a little bit, and as it lay on the turf, he decided, I'm going to go to. And the bang-bang play there is able to slide in, and now again, Owasso's got a runner in scoring position. And did we decide earlier that Owasso's been swept by Stillwater?
Yes, they were. Mentioned that the Rams haven't had their strongest season. They've actually been 7-7 since winning the Dan Giannini, I almost wanted to say Giannini Classic in Lakeland, Florida. It's been a rough go of it over the last stretch. This might get them going again. Out to the warning track, Monasterio's got it. 7-2 now, the Owasso Rams leading the Broken Arrow Tigers as we go to the bottom of the 6th, live on ArrowVision.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap, and I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Owasso officially making the change at pitcher. It'll be number 12, Brady Reed, on the mound now. Looking to close things out here for the Rams. Warming up in the bullpen for a little while now, and finally sees his number called. A good outing for Nick Kelly. Only gave up 2 runs to the Tigers. We'll swing from the bottom of the order to the top here with the Tigers. Jaden Sharp out of the 9-hole will lead off the inning. Javen Devine goes from pitching on the mound to on deck. Busy couple of nights for Devine. Jasper Reed. There's a lot of J names on this team.
Right.
I feel like I need to be cutting a little bit of slack here and there. Jaden Sharp.
You got all your notes
Jaden
that
Bedford,
are dry.
Javen Devine. Who else? Out
Jacob Lopez.
Yep. Jackson Skipper, Jackson Walker, Jax Gibson.
Luke Franks. Wait, that's not where he's going with that.
Come on. We were riffing off of each other.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like we were finally reaching that flow state that we've been looking for.
You insulted me earlier when you didn't believe what I told you the truth, and you had to go ask other people. And now you're worried about us not riffing off each other.
Jaden Sharp at the plate. Third baseman headed to Eastern Oklahoma State College.
You ever been to Wilburton?
I've not. At least not to my knowledge.
I've been there a few times. It's down there in Eastern Oklahoma. They live up to their name. I mean, I would almost say it's Southeastern, but they've got a Southeastern Oklahoma State.
Sharp chops one to the shortstop. And he's out.
And it's a good play to round around that ball and be able to make that strong throw to first. There's a bang-bang play there, obviously, but good play there by Short.
Next up for the Tigers, number 18.
We both talked about the season coming to a close here soon. Brings up the question of tournament dates. As Jasper Reed chops one to the shortstop. And back-to-back outs. And it throws from short to first. The regional tournament, May 7th, 8th, and 9th. The state tournament dates, May 14th, 15th, and 16th.
BA'd like to make a return trip there. Last year ran into the buzzsaw. The Edmond Santa Fe ended up winning it, got them first round.
Well, not only did Broken Arrow run into that buzzsaw, but Owasso did as well in the state championship. These Rams finished up as the runners-up last year. Had a phenomenal record, 39-3. But it's tough to play against an Edmond Santa Fe team that has a couple of D1 guys on the roster. I say a couple of D1 guys. It might be one D1 guy and one major league guy.
Yeah, it could be a first-round draft pick. And BA saw a couple of those. The shortstop for Stillwater was number 4 pick overall last year. Has a Major League Baseball heritage, obviously, with his dad playing.
Devine, same thing to the shortstop. And the out at first. 3 up, 3 down. And Owasso takes care of business defensively. They have a chance to add to their lead here as we go to the top of the 7th here at Tiger Park.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Tigers trailing by 5 runs here live on ArrowVision. I'm Dylan Rivera. He's Dr. Dustin Smith, the Executive Director of Athletics. Regular season coming to a close here pretty soon. District matchups carry a lot of weight. And right now the Tigers in second place in District 3, but just barely edging out the Jinx Trojans, who will now be certainly right up on the Broken Arrow bumper. They're 7-2 in district play. Owasso 5-4, so a little bit of ground to be made up, and if they can hold this lead, they will get a little bit closer.
Yeah, every game, obviously, you want to win. worst you want to do is split a series. And Broken Arrow got the win yesterday, trying to sweep it here tonight. And clearly this game's not over. Anytime you got out still to go. And they will often tell you that in baseball, out number 21, especially the high school level, is the hardest one to get. So defensively, Broken Arrow needs a shutdown inning. Go back to get the bats going, hopefully, and
mentioned that last year Edmond Santa Fe was able to run through the gauntlet that is the state tournament in Oklahoma and win it all. One thing that is interesting is that in Oklahoma we've had a different state champion each of the last 5 seasons. And if you go all the way back 9 years, only one team has won 2, and that's Edmond Santa Fe.
You know, with the success that Owasso's had, you would have thought they'd been in that list.
The Rams did win in 22, but they had
and the runner-up last year, so
not seen a title in a few years prior to that. But certainly they were close last year, just lost by 2 runs to the Wolves. That one sneaks by Tedesco and finds its way out to right field. A single here early in the inning for the Rams, delivered by Eli Ensbrenner.
Second baseman, number 11, Drew King.
Owasso's had traffic a lot on the base pass today.
Poor pitch from Reed, and Ensbrenner gets to second. Thought about rounding to third. Frank's a little hobbled, doesn't have much speed to get to that ball. He's going to have to really go out of his way to keep the pitches in front of him.
Yeah. Become a real wall, as they say, the catcher. Not let balls get past you. See more bullpen work going on down there for Owasso. We had one JV game going on over in Owasso tonight. Had 2 here last night. But due to the weather, they moved it up and let it play at 4:30, and they'll have a game here on Saturday at noon, a JV game. And that's the tough pitch after you brush him back and then come right back in on that inside corner.
2-1 count. Pitch from Reed. Fouled back into the parking lot. Two and 2.
Runner on 2.
This one's hit hard toward right field, and Keach gets under it. And bullets one in the direction of third base, and he fell off. Sharp's got him.
And that may be part of the wet turf. You know, trying to slide, and you got to figure out where you got to start your slide, especially when the surface is damp like it is right now. And he slid too hard, got past the bag a little bit, and good play there by Sharp to keep the tag on him. And a good relay as Keach made the throw in, and Lopez was able to cut that off and then fire a quick strike over.
I was about to say, I think credit's due all around. That was a solid effort all the way from right field to shortstop to third.
Erase that runner.
Another high fly ball headed towards center field. Monasterio makes the grab. The Broken Arrow does their duty defensively and keeps the Rams from putting up another run. And now they've got to come out and get the offense going. It's do or die. 3 outs away from a finish. Broken Arrow needs 5 runs to tie it up, 6 runs to win it. We'll see what happens next on ArrowVision. Back at Tiger Park with one final frame. 7-2 with the Rams in front. Owasso leading the way here in a district battle. Tigers have got to rally late in this ball game.
And they got the guys to do it. 3, 4, 5 in the lineup, 2 up. Obviously going to take more than those 3 scoring runs, but you got to get it started. And Luke still with a little bit of a hitch there. He's had a good day at the plate.
Looking to keep it going here. So he will rely heavily on him to get a good leadoff hit. Good pitch from Brady Reed. Two strikes thrown.
2 quick strikes.
On for 2 curveballs, and they'll hold. See what the third one brings. Straight down the middle, Franks misses it. And a strikeout quickly from Brady Reed.
Pounding the zone. Elevated that ball just a little bit. And
Next up for the Tigers, shortstop.
Luke took a healthy hack at that one. Now the shortstop, the cleanup hitter, Jacob Lopez, at the plate for BA.
Pitch too far inside. Ball 1. Two-0 count. Lopez drops it down foul. While we have a moment, we want to give a shout out to a friend of ArrowVision, Adam Winkin, and his indoor percussion crew headed to Dayton, Ohio. Road trip begins at midnight tonight. And hopefully they are able to capture a national championship out there. It'll be difficult, but the team seems ready. Lopez to second base, and it's an out at first.
So BA down to their final out. And, you know, it's the game of baseball, but you look at that score and you think, man, Owasso's put a lot of runs up, and they have scored 7 runs, but their first 4, I think, were scored without a hit in the game.
Monasterio to the second baseman as well. And an out at first. We'll close it out. 7-2, the final score line. The Rams even the district series 1-1. Split the games by winning on the road. Broken Arrow got it done at Owasso. The Rams get it done at Tiger Park. Tough day at the office for Broken Arrow, only 2 runs, and the offense never really felt like it got going very much. There was a couple of moments where you got a couple of hits, you felt some momentum, but it usually petered out pretty quickly. Defensively, obviously giving up 7 runs. It was a tough stretch there between the second and the third and the fourth, where you gave up 6 runs. And a couple of really important hits, but at the same time, you had touched on it, Dr. Smith, that it felt like there were a lot of free passes for Owasso, and the Tigers will need to clean that up as they get closer to the end of the regular season here.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, it's a game of baseball. One day you may score 11 runs, the next one you may score 2, and you don't know, I mean, how many is enough, obviously, but Owasso very tradition-rich. And I don't know that I don't know how many times in Coach Turner's illustrious career that he's had a losing season, and they're not at a losing season right now. I mean, obviously they're 16-12 now and 6-4 in district play. But I bet there's not a lot of times when they've been swept. Just with that tradition, I mean, it's a game of baseball. It's going to happen. But you knew they were they would come to the park ready today, and they took advantage of a lot of free passes, as we talked about earlier, and timely hitting when they were able to drive in some runs when they needed to. And they're the victors today. They win that ball game 7-2, and you get a split in the district play, obviously. And you know Jinx is right on your heels, as you mentioned before. But 2 series left in district play. Broken Arrow still has Sapulpa and Stillwater left in district play, and I know there's 4 more other games, but those 4 in district are the ones that really matter as far as where your seating is and whether you're host or not. So BA still's got work ahead of them. 2 series the next 2 weeks, 1 game apiece here and 1 game apiece on the road at both of those spots. So Sapulpa and Stillwater in the crosshairs now, and Broken Arrow's really just got to take care of business next week at Sapulpa.
Before BA turns their attention there, they take on the Union Redhawks this Thursday at 5 p.m. That'll be at Union. So if you can, make the short road trip over there and cheer on the Tigers. The weather should be much more kind to the game of baseball on Thursday. We're expecting some much sunnier skies and warmer temperatures, and obviously no rain, Lord willing, of course. You never know in Oklahoma. As of right now, everything looks pretty clear out here. Obviously cloudy skies, some breezy winds, but nothing more than some drizzling rain. But obviously a lot expected to come in this evening. So as we sign off here, I want to make sure I tell everybody that has tuned into our broadcast here tonight, make sure you stay weather aware and you stay safe at home. I've been Dylan Rivera. He's been Dr. Dustin Smith. We hope you have a great night, everybody.